Hey everyone, today we will be looking if Project xCloud is worth playing only on your cellular data. Now, I've recorded this on my Galaxy S20 Ultra and I'm currently holding a Cricket wireless cellular data plan. Alright, now if you hold like a better internet carrier, obviously it would handle way better than my data. But the the video you are looking at in the background, it looks okay, and if you would notice, there is a little Wi-Fi signal that only has no bars on it. It just says that I do have Wi-Fi. Now, I am outside, sitting down, and I live literally in the countryside, almost in the middle of nowhere. Now, that's how you'll notice that sometimes it goes on and off. But this is what it looks like, right now. And everybody might say, oh, it looks okay. But this is because I am not in gameplay. When I do play, it looks kind of pixelated and kind of distorted. But that's what we are going to explore right now. That those people, if you're like me, I do not have Wi-Fi at home. So I would be only using my cellular data. And for, those people who have great cellular data, well then there is no problem. It is obviously worth it. But for those that maybe have a few like gigabytes of high-speed data, is it worth it? And that's what I will be exploring today. With the plan I have, I think I have only 20 gigabytes of high-speed data. It's a family plan, and after that it will depend on, they call it traffic. It will depend on how many people are actually using the Wi-Fi or the cellular data in my case. And it differs. On sunny days it works great. My videos load up immediately. I can do like just about anything and there's no, delays. But on like cloudy days, it's, completely off. Okay, right now you will be seeing the video. It's, don't think it's your internet connection. No, this is what it looks like on the type of cellular data I have. This is how it looks like. Notice that it looks kind of buffery and blurry, but as soon as I stop moving, it all clears up immediately. And, well, like I said, if you're gonna be using like Wi-Fi or a high cellular data that's, extremely well, and you're in the city, this really won't be a problem. But if you're like me who lives in the countryside, or maybe it's on a road trip, obviously road trips sometimes lose data. But if you're like on a road trip and you will have internet connection, then it depends on your type of cellular data. Will it work here? Will it work there? It all depends on the kind of data you have. Right now you can see that everything looks blurry. I can barely see because I'm outside. You guys might see perfectly, but I was outside during this video and I couldn't really see that much in the dark places. But if you notice, I can react almost like instantly with the controller. Obviously you saw that I died. I didn't know that guy was back there. But right now you're gonna see that I can react fast during some firing sequences. And see, this is the part where I saying that in the dark I can see really well outside, but when it comes for me to fight, I can react quickly with this type of streaming service and the type of internet I have. I can immediately attack, I can immediately take out everything if, I am fast enough. But as you can see, it was hard for me to see during this, when I was outside. But as you guys are looking, sometimes the whole little Wi-Fi thing, well, you will be able to see how much internet you have. Mine currently stays right there on just the bar. It has no other little signals coming out of it. But as you can see, sometimes when I'm in like high exposed areas, I guess it depends on the types of shadows or the type of, I guess, lighting in the gameplay. It does kind of pixelate quite a lot, but I can still see what I'm doing, and that's the whole point of, me talking about this. I can quickly maneuver, and as you can see, I can quickly eliminate somebody if I am fast enough. And well, that all depends on the kind of data you have. Like I said, my data is, I guess, just good enough for me to constantly play and move quickly, but it is not great enough to show high detail. If I stay still and look at only one area, it will show high detail. But if I keep moving around, as you're seeing right now, it does look blurry. But the thing is that if you're playing on Wi-Fi, then this will not be the problem. And I have some footage at the end of the video showing what it looks like on Wi-Fi. It is not fast Wi-Fi. I was using my sister's Wi-Fi, but she has very slow Wi-Fi. But the how it looks, the view looks, clear. While right now it looks blurry, I can still function. I can quickly react, I can quickly shoot. It doesn't have like a delay, but on hers Wi-Fi, you'll see that it is kind of slow. Like sometimes I turn my head and it delays on those instances, or the screen, it has some kind of like, I don't know what to call it, but from the top to the bottom there comes like a line to, like, I guess the next slide, like a slideshow just comes up, and it differs. And as you can see, this is me playing only on my cellular data. Now, no external Wi-Fi sources, no nothing. I can quickly play, I can see what I'm doing. Well, I couldn't see exactly what I was doing. But see, in this instance, the smoke doesn't affect anything. Like, as if, I guess Wi-Fi wise. Obviously in the gameplay it affects your vision, but you get what I mean. Anyway, I guess it does all come down to your data. If you have like an off phone or like very slow internet connection, then I, like all the time, not just a little bit, I wouldn't recommend you trying to play on your cellular data. But if you do have like a great phone and great internet service, even if it's not like perfect, if it's just okay, like the kind I have, it's just okay. I can still see, I can still play, I can still react, even though it's not clear and perfect. It's okay for me to play on, like, on a little road trip, or I don't know, let's say I'm at somebody's house and I know they're gonna, I don't know, stay there for a while or something like that. Or even if I don't have two TVs, if somebody's using the TV, I can play on my data, and that won't be a problem. For me, I can still play, I can still have fun playing. And I guess it could give somebody an excuse to say, hey, I was playing on my data this time, no Wi-Fi. That was the reason I lost. You make up excuses. But as you can see in the gameplay, I still can't see, what I'm doing and how I can still play. Is it great to play? Well, I guess that would depend on you. If you have great Wi-Fi, I guess just use your Wi-Fi. Why waste good data if you have like limited data plan? Why would you waste it if you have Wi-Fi? But the whole thing is that it is on mobile now, and you have that option. This option being that you can play on either Wi-Fi or your cellular data. And well, to the people who don't have Wi-Fi, this is actually good news. And if they have an okayed cellular data plan and they live in the city, well, I'm sure this will work very, very well. But I live in the countryside. This is me playing from the countryside. I was outside. It was on sunny weather, only on my cellular data. And I was at the end of my plan, which means if I did have that 20 gigabyte of high speed data, that means I would have probably used it all by now. 1 month I was, not doing anything. But that does mean I was probably running on the slow internet connection, which is probably why it looks like that. But I have tested it out, at the beginning of the month, how it looks like, and it kind of looks like this. It doesn't look as, buffery, but yeah, it does still look kind of blurry. And if you do see the gameplay right now, I currently see somebody coming and see somebody out in the tower, but right there. And because I couldn't see well, I kind of noticed it I guess when I was editing it. I do notice that they do escape and I stay staring at them for a while. And I guess that was on my part. I was moved. As you can see, he dropped down, but I didn't see it. I thought he was still there. Anyway, I guess if you have like AT&T or Verizon and you're in the city, and I guess you're out of the house or at somebody else's house, if you're like a young kid and your parents take you somewhere, you could easily just take your controller and play, anywhere you want. If this works for me in the city, in the countryside, I'm pretty sure it'll work very good in the city. Alright, and right now I will show you some footage of how it looks like on Wi-Fi. And on Wi-Fi you see that it looks way clearer, but since it is slow Wi-Fi, I call it slow, to me it seems really slow. But since it is kind of slow Wi-Fi, it does the whole transition thing. I don't know what to call it. It looks like slides, like slideshow or something. Pops up from the top screen to the bottom. As you can see, everything looks way better now. No pixels, but it does the whole slide thing. And if you have great internet, I'm sure this would not be a problem. Everything works great on the streaming service. Remember, this is like, them testing it. And I don't know if a lot of people were playing on the streaming service at this time, but it will be interesting to see how the streaming service will function when there are multiple players, at the same time. Right now, like I said, I don't really know. It works great, but let's say there was only, I don't know, 1,000 people using the streaming service, and where I was, there wasn't but 100, and I was one of those 100. And maybe that's why it looks good for me and works great for me. But, when it does come out and, start showing, how good it will on how many players, it can handle. Because, there is hundreds and thousands of gamers out there who will be probably playing on their lunch break if they have great cellular data. Or even using, their job's Wi-Fi. But, yeah, as you can see, the Wi-Fi in the corner is kind of buffering. But yeah, this is what it looks like on Wi-Fi, and no cellular data this time. But to me, it works kind of better on cellular data. To me, I can play better. I know what I'm doing, and even though it's blurry, my reaction times and the screen doesn't do the whole slideshow or next sequence thing. It works great. But on the Wi-Fi, I noticed that if it does kind of, I guess, mess up, then it does the whole slide or delays and stuff. Well, you can't see that on my cellular data playthrough. I can easily react to everything, even though it's blurry. But right here, everything it's clear, and sometimes it does seem to delay a few seconds or do the whole screen next slide transition thing. Anyway, But yeah, I hope this helps you out a little bit on knowing what to expect. Like I said, it would be interesting to see one other players, start playing, like thousands of them, using the streaming service on the game. And keep in mind, these games are like extremely data consuming. These games are like high resolution, and it depends on your Wi-Fi how much it can take. And these games, I guess it does require a lot to see them. And since it is being a streaming service, that your devices aren't going to be the one running them, but they do have to be the one getting all this data. I mean, I'm not a tech wizard or tech expert, but I'm pretty sure, like, my old computer, it says from 2014. I have Windows 10, but the screen, I guess, it's pixel. You can see the pixels. Uh, it cannot handle Gears 5. Like, it can't download it. It tells me, oh, this is not compatible, and it will be interesting to see if I can actually stream from it. I haven't used it a while. I've been using it on other things, but I haven't been able to play Gears of War on it, and I haven't seen the streaming service on it, so I don't know if it's even up to date to that streaming service. So, like I said, it depends on your phone, on the data you have. And I'm pretty sure if you have a good phone, maybe a Galaxy at least 7 or 8, I'm pretty sure you will do fine. This is only for like Androids as of now, Android devices, and the Galaxy S20 is handling everything, pretty well. Like I said, it's all down to the Wi-Fi. If it was handling, the cellular data pretty well, except like the visuals, and well, I guess that does it right now for me. It was just to show you, how the difference between cellular data and Wi-Fi seems. I guess I will see you guys on the next video. I mean, if you're planning on getting the stream service and you have a great phone, great Wi-Fi, obviously get it. Some people say, oh, I'm not gonna use it. Well, sometimes you do ends up using it. I don't know, a power outage, and you want to play or something. You will be able to use your cellular data, especially if you're in the city. If I'm in the country and I was playing, even though it didn't look good, I was still playing. I could still see everything great. Even though it was blurry, I could still know what I was doing. Well, alright guys, hope this helps you out, and hope you do end up getting the streaming service if you really need it. If you don't have Wi-Fi, I guess I will see you guys on the next video. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will bring you up more content if you guys do need me to give you some more content. Well, thank you very much. See you guys.
Victory! One of our coalition's finest traditions. You've done us all proud today.